Hey everyone, welcome back. So I've called this reading the Green Healing reading because I felt very drawn to using decks that had a lot of green in it. Green itself is a very healing color, relates to Archangel Raphael, and I have his deck, so I will be pulling from his deck. Green also relates to the heart center, and I know everyone could use some heart healing. So I'm using the Psychic Tarot for the heart. And I've got a few others, but it needed to be green. I don't know why. So we're going to see what healing is coming up for us this week and maybe like what we can do about it. So, okay. I got 5 decks out. I went through like all my decks to figure out, I'm like, which one has a lot of green? So we're going to start with the Psychic Tarot for the heart, okay? So if you're, if you have a question or just anything, going on in your mind right now, ask the universe, ask your guides, ask your angels, your higher self, whomever you talk to, ask for clarity, okay? Woo. Okay. We're going to start with that one. It fell out. Number 3, nurture. This is a beautiful card. Now it's funny because I've been this past week doing a lot of gardening. I've got a lot of herbs and vegetables that I've planted in some containers. And I woke up early this morning and worked on that as well. So I feel and she's out right here, out in the garden. She's sitting on dirt, and I feel that's what a lot of us need to do. The weather, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, and here in New England, has gotten much better. Okay, we're entering June, and we can get outside a little bit, right? We get a little more freedom. I hate to say that, but it's kind of true. But so either way, getting out in your backyard or a friend's yard or go to a park or something, I feel you need to like physically be out in nature, barefoot on the grass, okay? Ground yourself. That's called grounding or earthing. When you literally can just plug your feet onto the grass and if you want, imagine light or roots stemming from your feet into the ground, okay? And it helps to anchor you, helps to center you. Being very grounded allows you to be, I want to say like just wonderfully open, psychically open. You're not left floating above in the ethers. You're grounded and you can handle all the downloads and impressions and information that you get. So get yourself outside, put your bare feet on the ground, or if you want to, now's a good time to garden. Get yourself out, put your hands in the dirt. There is this sense of nurturing I even want to say your inner child. That's what's coming to me, that playing in the dirt is going to nurture your inner child. Maybe you need to do that. Maybe you literally haven't done that in like 20 years. Yeah. But so getting yourself outside, it really produces this joyful, nurturing harmony, okay? That is so needed right now. So needed right now. I look at this and I don't practice yoga or anything like that. I have recommended and referred old clients to do it. I personally just don't like it. But this sort of, I keep wanting to say sun salutation. I believe that is something that people do in a yoga class. And because I feel like she has like this like sunburst of light around her head, and she has her hand up towards the sky. To me, it's granted, well, yeah, she's connecting with the air. Because she's got one hand up, one hand down towards the plant, and she's kind of bringing light through her into the ground, or hey, vice versa, ground up through her out into the universe. But I get this also sense of a sun salutation. So I'm not entirely sure what a sun salutation is, but I feel like you should go and do that. It's popping into my mind for a reason, so I have to at least mention it, okay? There's also this sense of growth. Got all these, well, there's all these messages off of one card. All these flowers around her, all the greenery around her, there is this sense of growth through your inner world reflecting out into the outer world, okay? I'm gonna pull a different card, a different deck to go with that one. I'm gonna use the Witch's Kitchen. Kind of see what else we need to know, or what specifically do we need to nurture at this time. If you hear any voices in the background or whatever, I'm not alone. There is that fell out. There is a TV right on the other side of this wall, so, and the walls are thin, I swear. Okay, so we have here Mandrake Impassive. Now, I don't think I've ever come across a mandrake personally. However, I have learned that when you are pulling a mandrake root out of the soil, it will literally let out like a scream. Interesting fact, okay? That's not even like made up, that's legit. So not that I need to pull up a mandrake for any reason, but I kind of want to do that. Either way though, impassive. So, okay, the feeling of, now I've said, okay, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here. I've said this to a few people the past couple weeks or so, giving readings to them of being in a hallway, coming from an ending, going to a new beginning. And there's always that sort of hallway in between where you don't know what's going on. You don't really know what's happening. You sort of feel a little stuck, that you're at an impasse, and you're kind of like, do I fight this? Do I just surrender to it? Best course of action, I'll tell you that right now. You know, what do I do about this, and when am I getting to that door to a new beginning? So I feel like with this impassive, it's like a lot of you are in that hallway right now. You're sort of like in between one phase of your life and another. And you're kind of like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Nothing. You do nothing. You focus on yourself. You nurture yourself. A lot of self-love, a lot of self-care, okay? That's what you do. That hallway is an important, extremely crucial step in everyone's growth. It's sort of the blank slate, and it allows your imagination and your creativity to come up. It allows for a lot of healing, and this could be like just old healing, old trauma healing from way back in the day that has never been resolved to come up. This is actually a very wonderful, the hallway is actually a wonderful time, because at the same time it sort of forces you to take inventory of your life, of your emotions, feel all the feels. You have to, in order to be healed. I don't want to say go trigger yourself, but triggers are just letting you know what needs to be healed. Triggers aren't a bad thing. They're actually a good thing. But so this sort of impassive energy is kind of like, I don't know what to do. Focus on giving yourself a lot of love, a lot of nurturing, a lot of healing, okay? It's going to make your new beginning door suddenly appear right in front of you, okay? And now this hallway, I'm going to call it a hallway. I'm not going to call it impassive. I'm not going to call it impasse. This sort of hallway can last for a few weeks. It can last for a few months. Hell, it can actually only last for a few days, if we're all that lucky. But the length of that is dependent upon how well you can just surrender and let go, okay? The sooner, the faster you surrender, the sooner your new beginning is in front of you. I can't even stress that enough. Like you have to like let go. You really do. Like no control. You have to just let go of control. Don't try to force anything, because when you try to force something, you're met with like obstacles, and things that can hinder your progress. No, no, no. Let go. Let the fuck go. All right. I want to use a different deck. I'm going to go with a different deck kind of each time. Earth Wisdom. Oh, and I didn't think to like take them out of the boxes at a time. I just took the boxes out. All right. What do we need to know? What else do we need to know about this hallway? This hallway allows for heart healing. And this plant on the picture is a bleeding heart, which is perfect. Number 5. 5 is all about change. Whether good or bad, it does not matter. Change is change. And change is constant. You cannot fight change. You can try to, as long as you can, if you're that stubborn, but ultimately it will happen. I'm looking at this, and there's a waterfall, right? And you have water flowing. So I want to say, and this is the words in my head right now, let the tears flow. Let the tears flow. Let the tears flow of your past life. I'm going to call it a past life, because to me, a lot of us are going through a transformation right now. And we really have been the past few months. If anything, that is what this whole COVID-19 thing has brought up for a lot of people, is the chance to transform, to become that phoenix. And I feel a lot of us are going through our own little transformation, myself included. And part of my transformation, to be quite honest, and I'll probably be using this deck a little bit more because it has a very Celtic pagan vibe to it. I'm going to be learning Celtic shamanism. So, and I've already got some books and everything. I think I'm pretty much already on that path. I'm halfway on the path. So I will just dive right into it. But so I feel, where was I? I just went on this tangent. Oh my Lord. It's fine. I guess I was meant to mention that. But so a lot of healing, letting the tears flow for your old self, okay? For the things that have passed, experiences, relationships, careers. There's a little bug in here. What have you? Just let it up and out, okay? Let it up and out. If you need to, spend some time around bleeding hearts. Maybe you need to be in that energy. Pink itself, also the color, along with green, does relate to the heart chakra, and so it's very healing. Pink is also very lively, though. It's very loving. Through the heart healing, you need to do this. Makes it easier, quite honestly. Focusing on yourself. A lot of people feel that that's a selfish thing to do. But one, it's your life, right? Like, you're your own person, so you have to take care of yourself if you want to keep living, for that matter. And 2, especially on like a mental and emotional level, you want to be able to get yourself on at least on an even keel type of wavelength, because then you're able to deal with other people and situations and circumstances much easier. We all know that. We just always have to be reminded. But so let the tears flow. Let the healing happen. Oh, I love this. With this deck, this mentions, in the booklet, it mentions the plants that are in the photos as well as stones. I mean, these stones, it's not like a picture, you know what I mean? Like, it's computerized. Aquamarine, maybe? You know what? I'm going to look in the booklet because I can't tell from the photo itself. It's in regards to the stones in each of the cards in this deck, they're really small. Like you can't tell what stone it really is, unless you have memorized these cards, which I have not. So number 5, emeralds. Okay, emeralds. Yes, and they are very good for emotional healing. I believe also emerald is good for a lot of skin issues as well, if I'm correct, or immune issues as well. But so Okay, so those little things are emeralds. You can't even really tell. See, they're just so tiny. You can't tell. You need the booklet. Okay, so the other 2 decks I have, I only brought out 5 decks. So I have, like I said, the Archangel Raphael. I also have Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel really relates to the throat chakra, which is much more blue. Like, well, this is more like a teal color. But blue and green in the same family, right? So I am going to pull one of each. I'm going to start with the Raphael. Move some of this over so I got room here. That's the Gabriel. Okay, so for Raphael, other than what I've mentioned in the nurture card, how else can we heal this heart healing? Oh. How else can we heal this heart healing? Okay. Do more research. So, yeah, actually, no, I like that. And if you see, he's out in the open, amongst trees. Go hug a tree, people. I feel some of you actually would benefit from meditating by trees. If you can find like the same tree for a few days and meditate, kind of see what wisdom the tree wants to share with you, whether it's an oak tree, a maple, cedar, pine, dogwood, elm, holly, whichever. I feel connecting with trees, gaining some of their wisdom is going to help you, especially in regards to nurturing. I'm kind of seeing what else. See, I look at this card and he's got 2 birds above his hand. I feel like you're being helped, okay? Here, definitely in the spiritual world, okay? I feel for some of you, you have a guardian angel, like a grandparent, a grandfatherly type of figure around you. That's going to connect with some of you. For others, though, I feel you do have help here in the physical world. Boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, sister, brother, parent, whomever. I feel you have help. Don't be afraid to ask for it. Yes, don't be afraid to ask for it. Don't be afraid also to, okay, this is going to resonate to some of the parents. Don't be afraid to ask someone to babysit so you can have alone time and go do your own sort of self-care. Okay, that's going to resonate for some of you parents. Not all, for some of you. All right. This card says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly and gently leading me to the information that I need to know for my well-being. Please give me the courage to be assertive as I take charge of my healthcare needs. This summer, July? Drawn towards July as I say this. Some of you are going to, and I'm not sure who this is going to resonate with, but I feel like some of you are going to be researching doctors. You're going to find that one in July by mid-July, maybe the July 20th, 22nd, the latest. For whatever problem you have going on right now, ask Raphael to assist you, to direct you to the right practitioner, physician, whomever, for you, okay? I've worked with Raphael so many times in the past. He's really good at giving you like the people you need in your life, okay? So take that into consideration. And I feel some of you are going to be learning something new over the next 3 to 4 months. So read up all you can on it, online, physical books, doesn't really matter. There is a sense of reading though, reading, learning. So I like that. I like that a lot. That's going to also produce a lot of heart healing just because it's going to help center you, ground you. I don't want to say give you purpose. That's coming up. And maybe this sort of impassive feeling is feeling like you don't know what your purpose is anymore, right? You don't really know. You're sort of at a loss. Been there, done that. Many times. So maybe that's where the Celtic shamanism thing's finally coming in for me. I finally know what I should be doing. But so don't be afraid to ask for help. That's part of nurturing yourself. Now let's see what Miss Gabriel has to say, I've always pictured Archangel Gabriel as female. The angels are neither male nor female. We're human, and we need to attach gender to make it just easier. So let go. You know what's funny? Okay, I'll read this card first. Release the desire to control the situation and leave it up to God's infinite wisdom to resolve everything beautifully. What's funny about this card, one, I've already talked about letting go. Letting go of the stress, the anxiety, the need to control, okay, the situation. Whatever situation it is, the need to control. Let go, let it be, surrender, literally surrender. But what I find funny is when I was taking this deck, the cards out of the box, I looked at the bottom card and it was this card. I was like, yeah, like in my head, like real quick, I'm just like, yeah, let go. But it clearly needed to come out, to be said again. Okay? Do as I say. Whatever it is you need to let go. I feel a lot of us need to let go of the control, though. That's what I really feel it is. Maybe it is a situation, a relationship, a person, a job, a home. Fine, but there's just a lot of stress and a need to control how things play out. Don't worry about the how. Focus on your end goal, and that's it. Do not worry about the how. Because what's more important, how things get done or the fact that that thing got done? There's a right answer to that. Okay, so let go. Yes. I'm going to pull another one from the Psychic Tarot Heart. See what else we need to know. 21 or a 3. Another 3 because nurture was a 3. That's awesome. So 21, embrace. Yes. And you know what I love about this? So I'm really drawn right now first to the seed down here in the planet that it's been planted, and then his arms up like he's embracing. So I feel like you've already planted the seed, or seeds, multiple. You've already planted them, and that's great. And that's why you have to let go of the control, because like I said, just focus on the end goal. You planted it. Let it grow. Let the process grow on its own so that you can actually embrace your end goal. Yeah. Focusing too much on the how and the when and the why, like focusing on the small details actually like creates obstacles in your path. It creates restrictions, okay? And then like you can't fully embrace what it is you really want. I love this. I also feel this summer, and I know some of you might not like this suggestion, only because of everything going on with COVID-19 and stuff like that. So this is for those who are okay with this. Hug people, embrace people, get in their personal space. The past few months or so, we've been out of touch. Touch is extremely important for growth of all kinds: physical, emotional, mental, physiological, spiritual. It's important. Babies need touch. They can't grow. They physically cannot grow without it. That's actually the same for like adolescent and adults. We still need it. We can't grow in other ways. Never mind really physical, but we can't grow in other ways. Don't be afraid to embrace people. This world could use a whole lot of that. Okay? I love it. Embrace. Witch's Kitchen. I'm going to ask, what else do we need to embrace at this time? I feel like I just had a little bug fly at me. What else do we need to embrace at this time? Sage. I planted sage a couple weeks ago. Sage, purification, clearing out. Oh my Lord, I love this. Now is a great time to do it. Clear out. Physically, clear out your space, okay? Clear out old beliefs, old patterns, clear out negative thinking, clear out just old like thoughts, clear out the horrible way you talk to yourself. That sure as hell is not nurturing, right? This card basically set the precedence for all of this entire reading, okay? That one and the let go. But so clear out, purifying does actually mean letting go. It really does. Let go. Go buy some sage if you want. And sage your home. Sage you. Sage your car. I should probably sage my car. I don't think I've done that. Yes. Take this literally. I also feel actually being by water is also going to help purify and clear you as well. Like, if you're only able to you know, take a shower, be around that water, or like take a bath or something, fine. If you're able to get out to a body of water, like a pond, lake, ocean, that would be best. I don't really suggest a swimming pool, only because it is literally filled with chlorine, and chlorine is not exactly clearing. I mean, it can clear a swimming pool, but it stays on your skin. It's not that good. But so water, okay? Sage and water. Let's see. Earth wisdom. What do we have to go with that? Number 8, divine connection. I like this. Now she's in water. Take a look at that. She's among lotus flowers. So lotus flowers bloom in muddy waters. Muddy waters are best left to clear by leaving it alone, because then all the sediment will drop, right? And then the water just becomes clear. And then lotus flowers, lotus blossoms come up. Now look, she's holding a white one amongst all the pink ones. Divine connection. I want to say divine consciousness. I had mentioned earlier, maybe try doing some meditations. That will help you really to connect, connecting with your angels, Raphael, Gabriel, I don't care, Michael, Uriel, Metatron, Sandalphon, whoever you want to connect with them. It doesn't even have to be angels. Connect with Buddha, Kuan Yin, connect with Bridget, connect with the Morrigan. I don't care who you connect to, whoever you're drawn to. There is a sense, though, of connecting on a spiritual level with a spiritual being to aid you, okay, in moving forward. There's going to be a lot of growth. I love it. This is what part of the transformation is. Now, the stone that is in here, see, and I think the stone is literally like in the center. Can't tell what it is, right? So number 8. Okay, so I'm going to look it up, because maybe some of you need, like the other stone was an emerald, so if you're looking for an emerald, maybe go find that. Where is it? This one is selenite. Oh, that's a very clearing stone. It does help with your connection to the divine. I know some people will sleep with stones under their pillow or in their pillowcase, so they can absorb the energy when they're sleeping. I can't do that with selenite. Selenite keeps me awake at night. Oh my God, forget it. Selenite keeps me awake. No idea why. But selenite, all clearing stone. All clearing. You literally could just have it around you. It'll just clear the air around you. I love it. A lot of purification. Raphael. Exercise is key. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me and guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interests, and budget. Some of us will need to get back into that, right? Because we've spent the past few months eating. That's okay. Exercise is key. But I really feel with this though, I mean, you don't have to actually like go to a gym or anything. If you want to, go for it. This is kind of a validation saying like, yeah, go and do that. Getting outside, going for a walk, going for a hike, if you will. To me, this is just movement, okay? Getting things flowing, which is actually gonna end up helping with a lot of heart healing, okay? Because when you're physically moving, you can help allow motions to come up to physically move out of your body as well, okay? Just keep that in mind. Movement, I like that. Also, I get with that though is just that, you know, with this transformation and coming out of this transformation, there's going to be a very positive upward movement for a lot of us. So, all right, let's end this. Archangel Gabriel. Speeches and speaking. You have important messages to deliver that can help others. I take that as a little bit as a personal message for me, and I've never pulled this card, I don't think. But what I also get with this, though, I mean, if you want to verbally communicate with others, yes, absolutely, go for it. Communicate how you feel. That's going to produce a whole lot of heart healing, especially if it's your, you know, your interpersonal relationships. Don't be afraid to say how you feel. Okay, don't be afraid. The healing needs to happen. I say just choose your words carefully so that both parties can have a great conversation. What I also get with this though, writing down like your thoughts, your feelings, your vibes, your impressions, your spidey sense images, you know, what have you. I just get this sense of writing things down. It also, by writing things down, it helps to kind of get them out of your head, out of your mind, you know, so you're not thinking too much. Okay, so keep that in mind. There's a lot of writing. Maybe you need to write a letter to someone. That's going to resonate with someone. If you need to if you've been thinking of wanting to write a letter to someone, even if it's simply to tell them how you feel, go for it. Write a letter, mail it out. Or maybe you don't even want to actually send it. You just want to write it. Maybe burn it to send it out into the atmosphere, to let that energy out. That's fine too. There's just this sense of writing, okay? Communication. This card's all about communication. Communicate to yourself in a positive way. Communicate to others in a positive way. Communicate to your guardian angels and your loved ones, anyone in the spiritual realm. Communicate with them. They want to help you. They are there to help you, okay? Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please share this with others. I would greatly appreciate it. Check out any links I have below in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.